RCW Rubber City Wrestling.
Wake up out there!
This is the Outcast Shannon Moore.
Mr. Technical Barry Horowitz.
Typhoon the Shockmaster and the B-A-double-D.
This is Chad Saylor and you're watching Rubber City Wrestling.
Real pro wrestling.
If you don't believe me, ask me.
I'm Magnum TA and that's some straight talk with the boss.
Catch RCW Spotlight Sundays and RCW Global Thursdays only on the RCW Network on YouTube.
Hello and welcome to another edition of RCW Spotlight. I am your host, your role model, Rick Lieb. And with me today, and as always,
I've become like a regular fixture for some reason.
I think so. Are we getting flickered by?
I
think
know.
they're trying to see if we'll have a seizure on the air.
See, that's what the shades are for.
Absolutely. Anyway, the big man, Blackhawk. And before we get started on the show, I don't know if anybody knows this, Ken Sermonero will be back.
Wait, no, you can't ring the bell for that. You gotta let him do that.
No.
He's gotta do it
for him. I gotta do it for him.
He's gotta do it.
I go get it.
He's gotta do it.
That's for Ken, but yes, when he comes back, we'll let him do it.
Yes.
Because he has to do it for everybody, even though it annoys me when he does it. And that is because Ken is cancer-free.
Yep. That's
And
awesome.
He goes to the Hall of Fame 2 weeks ago, cancer-free this week. Yeah. I mean, we won't talk anymore on it because we're not going to get choked up on the air. That's just how we do. So, with that being said, we have a good show lined up for you. We're going to be talking about Marcus Knight versus George Davis for the World Heavyweight Championship. Just aired this past Thursday. I think you're going to want to talk about it. I know we both disagree on certain things, so
A couple things.
just a couple things. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and talk about that when we come back. But until then, I'll see you in 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
Would you like to see your commercial aired on both RCW Spotlight and RCW Global? Contact us on social media at facebook.com/Rubber City Wrestling, Instagram at Rubber City Wrestling, or email us at the RCW Network at gmail.com. RCW Rubber City Wrestling.
Hello, yes, this is Danhausen.
This is Sunny from Glow.
The Birdman Coco Beware.
Duke the Dumpster Drosy.
Gangrel, and you're watching Rubber City Wrestling.
Real pro wrestling.
Not that flippy stuff.
Get your thrill with the real.
Keep banging and banging.
Take care and sunny smiles.
Catch RCW Spotlight Sundays and RCW Global Thursdays only on the RCW Network on YouTube.
Welcome back to RCW Spotlight. Last week on RCW Global, actually just past Thursday, on RCW Global, the World Heavyweight Champion, George Davis, defended his belt, successfully I might add, against one Marcus Knight. I don't know if he's Lord Marcus Knight, the Spotlight Marcus Knight, Merciless Marcus Knight. He's got more nicknames than
You never know what Marcus. We've talked about this before. You never know what Marcus Knight you're gonna get.
Like I was saying though, he's got more nicknames than Mick Foley, so I don't know who he is. Right? He's got the five faces of Marcus Knight.
I have not seen him yet do multiple different versions in the same show though.
Yeah, we got to get a Royal Rumble going. I mean, it would be funny, but yeah, no. Anyway, so yes, during that match, what I saw was Terrence Knight sitting there holding his man's hand in victory after George Davis won a clean match. It was a good match, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. Marcus, for as old as he is and is not as good of a wrestler as he used to be as he is, he actually put up somewhat of a fight, gave me more of a shock than I believe. I didn't think he was going to be that.
I don't know how clean it was. Technically, there was nothing illegal.
Yeah, everything's legal to happen.
It was a regular standard cage match, so it's no disqualification, pinfall, submission, or escape the cage. But it's a little shady when you're trying to escape the cage and someone slams the cage door on your head.
Whoa, I must have missed that part.
More than once.
Whoa, I must have missed both of that. All of them part. What are you talking about?
But Terrence just happened to be hanging around in that corner area too, so I don't know what happened
The
there.
door kept swinging open. I told you Animal tried fixing that door in my match.
Wait, you just said you didn't see the door move.
No, I did see the door move. I saw Terrence trying to shut the door because it kept swinging open. There's something wrong with that door. Animal, like I said, during my match, Animal tried to fix it for crying out loud. It fell off. Now you got in this one over there, it just kept swinging up. They got to get that cage fixed. That's all I'm saying. That door really has problems. Terrence, what a good Samaritan that he is. And by the way, Terrence, you know, you're like a brother to me, man. I love you. And what you did, you didn't even have to do. You were really nice, trying to keep the door closed to make sure that these guys put on a fair fight.
Well, either way,
I thought that it was noble.
Either way, George does win it after Marcus getting his head slammed in the cage door twice.
Hey, I'm on the show right now. I'll call you right back, okay? All right, bye.
Who you got calling you in the middle of the show?
Listen, that right there was the big news. They told me the date right there.
What date? What?
Date. Listen.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I am so
I didn't hear, you did say that you were going to get that during the show here.
Yes. So, the date for the next show, sorry, we'll go back to this match in a minute. January 13th. We will not be doing a December event. I'm shocked on that one. January 13th.
It'll be the inaugural event. First time we've ever done this one.
Yes, and we're going to toast in the new year with the New Year's resolution. So it'll be a fun one. I'm looking forward to it. No matches on this one yet, although it looks like a couple might have been brewed up out of this thing.
Yeah.
You know, so but we're going to discuss that right now. But anyway, yes, I got it. So
January 13th, you said.
They said it right when I says hello. They said January 13th, and I'm like, I'm on the air. I was hoping you'd call me during the commercial break, or when I texted and said, you got to give me that date. Call me real quick. So, but yeah, that's what it is.
Akron Turners Club, January 13th, New Year's resolution.
Yes, indeed. I'm looking forward to it because it's been a while since I wrestled in January.
Yeah.
I mean, so, but yes, here's a couple things I thought was pretty interesting about the match. Number one, Kenny Collins joining the system.
Yeah, that was an interesting take, especially since last time we saw Kenny Collins at RCW, he was working with a group called The Paradigm, which was working under
Merciless
Marcus Knight's leadership.
Yeah.
So last time we see him, he's working under the banner of Merciless Marcus Knight. We see him now coming out with Terrence in the system.
Yep. And I applaud him making the right choice.
I don't know about that.
Listen, Kenny's a great wrestler. He doesn't need to be wasting
I'll take nothing away from Kenny. I've said that before.
Marcus Knight, because Marcus Knight's ego is so big, he won't let the guys that are actually better than him, like the Kenny Collins, you know, and like the Joe Zooks even, and these guys passing Marcus up as far as talent wise, and Marcus is still sitting there like, oh, I want, you know, I'm the guy, I'm the spotlight, you know. No, Marcus, come on, man. You know, I wrestled you. You're a great wrestler. But you know you lost. Unlike me, who's gained a couple steps, you've actually lost a step. And we're going to have to, maybe you come talk to me. We'll get you in the way, and I'll put you on a strict program to get you back to where you used to be.
Okay.
But until then, you know, I'm just saying. I felt George dominated this whole match.
I don't remember seeing that. It went back and forth pretty good. I mean, Merciless, you may think he lost a step, but he gave George everything he could take.
I'm telling you right now,
and like I said,
because of Merciless, that he lost a step because he overdid himself with that allowing himself to be possessed like that. It burnt a hole right through him. I'm telling you, it took a lot out of him.
Well, I don't know. See, if he had lost a step, why would he have needed 2 cage shots to the head with the door and then the finisher to get a pin?
told you. First of all, I don't even think them really hit his head. He was closing the door. What you heard was the door closing, not
on Marcus's head.
Oh, geez. You guys all believe what you want, okay? Everybody's always trying to pin something on Terrence Knight. You know, oh yeah.
I have experience with Terrence Knight, okay? So you're not going to tell me how much of a nice guy this guy is.
Now, your wife has experience with Terrence
A lot of people
Knight.
have experience
Oh,
with
my
Marcus
goodness.
Knight. Actually, last I saw, Marcus was walking away from my wife as fast as he could.
All I'm saying is, you know, Terrence you meant. But all I'm saying is, yeah, that's I'm not going to let that door slams because he was just closing the door. I don't believe he really, if he did accidentally hit Marcus in the head, you know he didn't do it on purpose. They're cousins. Family doesn't do that.
Well, there's one other thing at the end, towards the end of this match, that we got to talk about a little bit, because the system all comes back out to the ring to congratulate George, and everybody's having a good time. And Aaron Black seemed to be hanging out on the outside, just kind of chilling. He wasn't feeling as festive as everybody else.
See, I disagree.
Wait.
I think.
Yep, that's what I'm smelling.
Stop that right now. Stop. Aaron Black might not have been in there celebrating. Aaron Black is all about business, and he was probably sitting there making sure that no one came in the ring to ruin their celebration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry about him. He'll be okay.
Okay.
Oh, you guys are just trying to stir the pot. And
I'm just saying what I've
you're
seen.
in the media now.
I'm
You
just
gotta stir the
letting
pot.
everybody know what I've seen. I'm watching the celebration. Aaron Black was off by himself, just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, he's like...
When everybody else was actually having a good time and partying in the middle of the ring.
He was looking around. He's like making sure that nobody got in here to destroy that party, because he knew that was George's time, and that's what a good soldier does. And so he sat back there. He made sure that the general got his party on, while he made sure that no one interfered. And to me, that's what a good soldier does. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Well, we did see later on though, some that we've talked about it before, how Marcus actually interfered with Aaron Black later.
Yeah, I see, and that's what I'm trying
at
to
the
say.
end of the Battle Royal.
So, and Aaron wanted to be his friend because Aaron's still there, but Marcus attacked him.
Remember, I don't think that had anything to do with Aaron Black.
Oh, it did, because Aaron would have won.
Well, remember, Aaron represents the system.
Yeah, I know, and he was going to bring that belt back home to the system.
Terrence has been trying to get that Global Television Championship back as long as they lost it. What, 3 months now that they've been gone? Well, I think that whole thing was Marcus trying to screw Terrence and saying, hey, Terrence, you can't have the title back. You have one title, that's all you get right now.
Listen, of course the belt comes back to the system. It goes back to the family, and that's what it's supposed to do.
Well, I don't think it will
but
now.
He didn't screw Terrence over. He screwed Aaron Black over. And honestly, I believe that should be a match in January. So hopefully they get together and they make that match.
Well,
because
we'll find out. It's up to the committee on who's making matches and what's going to happen.
I'm not on the booking team. You're not on the booking team, so neither one of us get to know about this. I was on the booking team, but then for some reason I got told, Shannon Goho's not on the booking team without you. I'm like, what the heck?
I don't know why.
Oh, because I'm still an active wrestler. That's what I got told.
Maybe we can have a show without the RoleModel main eventing in it.
I would like to be the freaking first match. That way I can get dressed and go home. I ain't got to deal with all them stinky people all the time.
Oh.
Those fans disgust me. I don't think any one of them.
Speaking of smells,
we're going to go ahead and take a commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to take your questions.
Would you like to see your commercial aired on both RCW Spotlight and RCW Global? Contact us on social media at Facebook.com/Rubber City Wrestling, Instagram at Rubber City Wrestling, or email us at the RCW Network at gmail.com. RCW Rubber City Wrestling.
Allow me to beg your indulgence for one moment.
This is the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. The blue Mick Foley.
And you are watching
RCW Wrestling from the Rubber City.
Rubber City Wrestling. Real pro wrestling.
Not the flippy stuff.
Have a nice day. Yeah.
Catch RCW Spotlight Sundays and RCW Global Thursdays only on the RCW Network on YouTube.
Welcome back to RCW Spotlight. Well, fans, it's that time of the show again. You've got questions?
We have answers.
Now, if you'd like for us to answer your question on the air, feel free to write us at x.com/wrestling rubber. You didn't want to say it, did you?
I didn't. Well,
it's an awful name.
Well, I'm not the one that chose it.
It's like you're wrestling a big piece of rubber. I mean, like, I guess you would have to wrestle around with it to try. I mean,
I guess
if you're tearing it like rubber.
We're in the Rubber City, so there's plenty of it laying around.
I know. I've got tires all over the place. You know, so you can run things through and stuff. There we go. Don't you dare smell me. I'm sorry. No. Anyway, let's get to these questions. All right, question number 1. Hey guys, I saw last Thursday that Crowley and Spike were going back and, or not last Thursday. Oh yeah, it was on the show. Okay, last Thursday. Sorry, I kind of shorthand texted this thing because I didn't like how long it was.
Oh.
Anyway, saw Crowley and Spike were going at each other and wanted to know what's going on between both these guys and who the real world light heavyweight champion is. Gosh, I gotta.
Well, technically, I can cover some of this. It's been a long time, this fight going back and forth. They were supposed to fight this summer, and it didn't happen.
Well, they did fight this summer, but they both disagree on who went to the table and stuff like that. And I agree with Spike on this one. I agree with the real world champion. He threw him through the table. First time he moved out of the way and Crowley went through the table. In my opinion, that should have ended the match. The match was when your opponent gets. Well, it says when you get thrown through a table.
When you put your opponent through a table.
When he goes through a table, basically should have been the rules, in my opinion. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, about a year ago, Spike was the world light heavyweight champion. Some things happened, and he was stripped of the title and laid off from the RCW, or fired, or however you want to play it. Okay? So, Crowley earned the new light heavyweight championship. So, and Crowley has been a great champion since then, all the way to now. Spike, since then, has his back and claiming that since he never lost it, he is still the light heavyweight champion. But according to the record books, he was stripped of the title. So he is not, by the rule, the light heavyweight champion. Now, I want to see the two of them go at it. I have known Spike and Crowley since they got into the business at the beginning. I actually helped, me and Eddie helped train them when they first got started. Actually, when they first started off, they were tagging together. They were actually a really good tag team.
Yeah, I know they were.
Eddie and I had a lot of matches with them when we were tagging. So, see, a lot of times, and if you watch over the history of wrestling, sometimes the best tag teams make the greatest matches against each other if something happens.
Well, yeah, and like the thing about these two is ego's got in the way. And I mean, I'll just call it right like it is. I mean, because I've heard Alexander Crowley many times on cutting promos acting like Spike was jealous of him, but I think it's the other way around. I think Alexander Crowley is actually jealous of Spike because Spike is the real world light heavyweight champion. He never lost that belt.
Okay.
He never lost it. You know, and I was there when he won it against Iheart. I was there to celebrate with him.
Well, it looks like whether or not the booking team makes this match is going to happen somewhere. Mm-hmm. So it's a money match. If the booking team doesn't make it, they're going to make the money somewhere else. So I think that's a sure way we're going to have this match somewhere, because I don't see them leaving that on the table.
No, that one would be a good one for January 13th.
Yeah.
Let's keep our fingers crossed on it too.
Okay. What else we got?
All right, that was Jim Miller from Chicago, Illinois. So apparently he's watching the show. I appreciate you, Jim. Anyway, what is going on with Kevin Phoenix and Brandon Miller? Are they going to break up as a team?
Gosh, this one's more yours than
going on. No, it was. Listen, Brandon had a talk with. I don't know if you caught it at the beginning of Thursday's show, not this
last Thursday,
but the last Thursday show. Brandon went back there, apologized to him for having to do what he did, because understand, it's a bunkhouse stampede. Every man is for himself, and he explained it to him. Kevin was complaining about a bunch of scars on his back as he went through them. I mean, those shotgun shells hurt. That's why you'll never see me in there. And I get it. because he had holes all over his back because when a lot of them, when they fell down, they were sticking straight up.
Yeah.
And so the truth is, I understand why Kevin Phoenix was upset, but when it all comes down, Brandon Miller is his mentor. Brandon Miller is his trainer. Brandon Miller is, his leader, and everything is okay. Everything is okay. Don't worry about a thing. It was strictly because of the match.
But looking at it from the other side, if once again tag teams, but also if we get this match, Kevin Phoenix versus Brandon Miller, so the only thing that's a better matchup put together of a tag team that's broken up and fight each other is the trainee and the trainer and the student.
No, we don't want to see.
When I've tagged with Eddie Insane, like I said, my trainer.
Yeah.
But some of the best matches I've had was also fighting against Eddie.
Well, I get that. But
then also, no one's ever hit me as hard as Eddie does.
No, Eddie's a hitter, man.
Eddie just beat the tar out of Eddie.
I remember Eddie.
I've watched him fight other guys. He doesn't hit them as hard.
Yeah. Well, they're also not as big as you.
I don't know.
But
no, this could be if they do end up having to answer this in the ring and actually get together, and if this comes down to a match, this should be a phenomenal banger of a match.
No, you're trying to put things in their head. Stop. These guys are a tag team. Brandon is right now the All-American City Champion. He doesn't need anybody getting in the way of that. That's a sponsor right now texting me, so that's a good thing. Hopefully that means we're getting some money coming this way. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Why do I only have 2 questions? Do you have the third question?
No, there's a third question in there.
No, it's not on mine. It's probably on yours. I don't have it. But anyway, yeah, that's it.
Oh, wait, I did get something. There is a third question in here.
I knew this. They're going to be that stupid Hey Role Model guy.
Yeah,
it seems
pretty
like
much.
Everybody's sending it in like this now.
Hey, Role Model. How is it that you smell so good?
It's okay. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody, but yeah, no, I do. I don't care if I offend you. It is. It is what it is. Stop. That better be from a woman.
Mario Johnson.
Mario Johnson. Mario, let me tell you something, okay? I like girls. Matter of fact, I like my wife. So, keep your nose out of my business. You too.
I'm happily married.
I
have no problem letting another man know you actually smell good. That's fine.
You don't think that's weird?
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's weird.
Relax.
Listen, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. For Big Blackhawk, I am your role model, Rick Lieb, saying join us again next week for another edition of Smell Good RCW Spotlight.